random, I'm sounding like a kooky person. I don't know how to make this video without sounding like a kooky person. Hello everybody, welcome back to Chill Vibes Only. Today we're going to be talking about how to manifest. So I did a video on how to meditate, and in that video I kind of talked a little bit about manifestation and visualization, but I thought I would dedicate another video on how to manifest because sometimes that's a little bit different than meditation, and you can do manifestation within meditation, but it's a little bit of a separate topic. So that's what I'm going to be talking about today. If you guys are interested in manifestation and how I manifest things in my life, yeah, keep watching. Disclaimer, if you're not into the universe, manifestation, meditation, that's not for you. Totally fine. I'm not forcing this on you. It's just my experience with it and how I manifest. So just putting a little disclaimer out there. So I actually first learned about manifestation and the idea of it through Lauren Toyota. So she has a YouTube channel on YouTube called Hot for Food, and then she has like her own personal vlog channel. And I remember one night going through and watching like a ton of her videos on just the universe and manifestation and meditation, and being like, holy shit, like this is all the same things that I feel and am interested in, but nobody's ever talked to me about them before or taught me about them before. So after watching like pretty much all of her videos, I went out and bought a bunch of books on manifestation and on the universe, and I would just read a bunch of articles and watch a lot of different people's talks on it. I listened to a lot of Oprah's talks on it. She is really big into manifesting in the universe, and that was like the first phase of my life where I really connected with, I guess, more of my true self and my deeper self. I was never super religious growing up. My family wasn't the type of family who would go to church. But since the past year or so, I would say that like yoga has become my church, and the universe has become my God. I actually don't think there's any difference between any religions. I think if you read about all the different religions, they're pretty much all saying the same thing. They just have different versions of their gods. So my God, I would say, is the universe. It's what I feel the most comfortable connecting to and talking about, and that is where manifestation plays a big role in my life. So manifestation is pretty much just putting out into the universe, so like a prayer to God. I associate it with the God example because that's how, that was the only kind of spiritual environment or spiritual like education I got was through like Catholic. I don't even know because I wasn't even that religious when I was growing up. But basically the universe is like that God or that special thing or that energy. I kind of think of it as just like a sparkle that's always around you, that's everywhere, and that is going to align and put you in the best path for yourself. And manifestation is kind of like your prayers or the energy that you're sending out into the universe, and the universe has your back, and it's going to give you the things that you need when you need them. So you might be manifesting, for example, I don't know, $1 million, and you're sitting there every day and you're thinking, when you meditate, you think, okay, I'm gonna have $1 million, I'm gonna have $1 million, I'm gonna have $1 million, and you envision yourself and you see yourself with millions of dollars, but maybe that's not actually what's meant for you and what's right for you. So the universe doesn't give that to you, and it's because the universe knows what you do need, and in time it will unveil that, and it will help show you what you actually need. So maybe you do need $1 million, and maybe you'll get that, but maybe you don't. And it's just more about trusting the universe and what it's going to give you. So the best example for me, I meditate every day and I have a manifestation. So I have basically a visualization of my life. And when I meditate, I visualize that for about a minute or two. And it's what I'm manifesting. So I'm thinking to myself, like, I want that. Like, give me this thing. That is what I want. This is the picture that I want. And I'm sending that constantly out into the universe. So manifestation is basically visualizing and asking the universe for what you want in your life, and then trusting that the universe is going to give that to you. The biggest example for me of something that I manifested in my life was my most recent move. So I remember feeling really stuck. I didn't really know what I wanted to do with my life. I didn't know where I wanted to work. I didn't know where I wanted to live. I didn't know who I wanted to be friends with. And I remember thinking to myself how cool it would be to move out to Vancouver in the mountains. And it was just a thought that I had to myself, and I remember being out for lunch with my mom a couple weeks later, and I said, And that was like a little bit of me manifesting that. So I sent that thought and that energy out into the universe. And then when it came to apply for jobs, I applied for both jobs in Toronto and in Vancouver. And the only job that got back to me, just actually a couple days before my birthday, was this job in Vancouver. And it just fit so perfectly for me in my life. It was like, it was meant to be for me. And right after that, I got an apartment, which was like so simple and easy, like almost unheard of. I got the contract I wanted, I got the job I wanted, I got the apartment I wanted. Everything was just like handed to me in a beautiful little present in a box. And I felt like it was the universe being like, this is what you manifested, this is what you wanted, this is what's right for you right now in your life. Here you go. Like, go with it, take it, do what you want with it, here it is. So that was a really strong way that manifestation has showed up in my life, where I was like, wow, like I actually planted that seed out in the universe acknowledged that seed, knew that it was the right idea and the right path for me, and then gave it to me, and now it's up for me to explore and to work with that. So that is awesome, and it's something that I cherish greatly in my life, and I use that as my sense of, I guess, faith or just trust. I always trust that I'm not going to be put into situations or places that aren't meant for me. And the way it all kind of came together was after I accepted, after I signed the contract, after I put my deposit for my rent, after all of that was done, I got all my job offer responses from Toronto. And to me, it was a way of the universe saying like, hey, you were meant to do this, so I made sure that you were locked in and set to do this path, because those paths weren't meant for you. And it's not like they might not ever be meant for me, but for right now, they just weren't there. So yeah, manifestation is more about just thinking about what you want, sending it out to the universe, either by saying it out loud, writing it down, saying it in your head in your meditation, visualizing it, and then trusting that the universe and the energy around you is going to put those things in the perfect path for you. That was my personal example. I have tons of friends who have wanted certain things in their lives, and they didn't show up for them. And I think they didn't show up for them for reasons because they've gone off and done better things, or they've had certain experiences that they wouldn't have had had that path not been closed off. So just knowing not to get frustrated if something doesn't happen for you right away, but instead to trust the process, trust the universe, and yeah, go with it. So I'm going to include some books down below that go dive deeper into manifestation. A couple of just examples, and Lauren Toyota recommended these ones that I really liked, was Leveraging the Universe by Mike Dooley and Infinite Possibilities by Mike Dooley. Those are both really great books. So I will link those all below if you guys are interested in manifestation. But yeah, it's kind of just like goal setting, but just bringing in a little bit more energy, a little bit more spirituality, and trusting the process. So if you guys are interested in manifesting or have any questions, I'm always open to answer them. So feel free to either send me an email if it's something a little bit more private, or post it in the comments below. Yeah, I'm always happy to talk about it. I love talking about this stuff. And if you guys have examples of times when you've manifested something and it's happened to you, also let me know, because that's super cool and I'd love to hear about it. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you found it somewhat helpful. And yeah, have a great day. Namaste.